Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Get that sip in,
I may
Chris.
have been a half second early on that one.
Half second? You're better than that, my man.
I may or may not, but
we are in episode 84, and you're half
I
second.
jumped the gun. I got excited.
Well,
Sue me!
Cheers.
You prematurely started the podcast.
Yeah, premature.
So I'm not the only premature. I'm saying good, man.
Is that a McGraw family gene?
Hey, listen, I'm getting all the sex in my 40s, so calm
Hey,
down.
good for you, my man. Good for you. I'm quitting sex.
Nice.
Have you hit the 40s yet, Chris?
No, not the 40s yet.
Couple
Couple more years.
You're building up slowly. You're
Building up.
He's practicing.
You're interviewing it and lining it up, huh?
All right, Chris. So I have been, skating on these swear jar shots, and you swore last week.
Oh, I definitely did.
I swore the week before that. So guess what?
Yes.
We're gonna be men.
You guys move in closer to the house here, and then you start doing shots on Thursday night.
Yeah, we could. Listen, we're talking about Thursday nights, checking out that bar right by us. Doing an afternoon.
Maybe
drive.
have Pat Lynch come over,
Yeah.
tickle the pickle a few times, and then
Get
take
out
our
of
way
there.
home.
Get
Yeah, get
out
out
of
of there.
Don't be shy.
Are you doing that, or is someone at the bar doing that?
You're doing that to the bartender there, so we get free drinks.
Hopefully
Please.
it's a female.
Well, we can't promise anything.
Yeah.
Cheers, Chris.
If you don't chew Big Red, then F you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Goldschläger is kind of cinnamony, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like
It burns.
that tastes bad too. It's got a nasty aftertaste.
Ooh, that's going to give me heartburn. Wow. I remember
That's
that
old
being-
as shit.
Yeah, you think so?
You gave it to me.
Why do you think it's old? Oh,
It's got a nasty aftertaste.
a little bit. Do you remember the time we went
Does
to...
Goldschläger go bad?
I don't know. but there's
probably not. Oh, God, that's sweet. Nah.
Oh, it is.
Remember the time we were at in Schiller Park at the Hawks' old training facility? We're going to Andy Red's,
Yeah, it wasn't Schiller Park. It was Bensonville.
Bensonville.
It was you and Jeremiah,
Yep.
and yeah, it was over. The Hawks trained in the ice rink across the street from where we were going to.
Yeah.
And yeah, you and Jeremy finished a fifth, I think,
Yeah,
of Goldschläger.
A little bit smaller bottle
Yeah,
than this.
yeah, a little bit smaller than that. And
Pat, I felt nothing on that. Like,
these two hopped up on the outside walking into this ice skating rink. They were already jacked up, ready to go. They walked in and like that. The cold air and everything sobered them up.
it was insane.
It was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my life.
Woo, boys! All right, that's a hell of a way to start a podcast. So we're scaling it back with the Coors Light or the beer. We were gonna stop and get some at the brewery, but we were kind of running a little late. So
Which
Is that the PBR one, the Printers Row Brewing? Is that one? I drove past there Tuesday night and they weren't open.
yeah,
They're
no, it's
not
open.
open every day.
They're not open every day. What days are they? I know they were open last night, but it didn't look like they were when I.
I don't think they're open Mondays, and I'm not sure about Tuesdays.
Okay.
But it's a good spot to grab some beers.
It is.
outside.
I saw the outside area. It's
That's
nice.
another thing I need to do. I need to figure out my plans for tomorrow. So talk about weekend plans getting slammed because of the weather. With the rain on Saturday, graduations got canceled. So then I'm going to the first yay or nay.
Middle of Iowa on Saturday afternoon is where Pierre will be.
I will be doing a life celebration.
What?
Yes, a live
Yay
celebration.
or
Wait a
nay.
second.
First, wait, ladies and gentlemen,
One question.
we're going to start this
One follow-up question,
No,
Russ.
we're not. Nope.
I thought a life celebration when someone dies.
Thanks, Pat. Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh, so someone died.
yeah.
Who died?
You know who died? We'll tell you off the air.
Yeah.
That's for the Patreon OnlyFans podcast.
It's the only fans.
I'm not subscribing.
Yeah.
Now with this group. But
That's where you get our favorite guests.
yes,
Why is it in Iowa?
It's not, but
But
where
God,
is it?
man, Jesus, sweet.
It's been a long day. I'm not on the same.
We can tell.
Hey,
We're on the same wavelength, all right?
Do you want to restart this whole entire thing? Go back to the text messages
can I-
where we're trying to order dinner.
Can I go to the May 17th Cubs game and just call it a day?
Hey, I'm going to the Cubs game on Tuesday night. That's kind of interesting. And going to San Diego? Yeah, I thought it got some red eye.
And then the best is Lauren's like, let's go to the August 2nd game. And I was like, no, probably Pat will want to go on his birthday. And I texted to you, knowing, as I'm texting it, I should look this up first. Texted to you, looked it up, I'm like, son of a gun. I knew that was wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea what we're talking about. That's a lot of inside baseball. But
That's a tease that Patreon.
yes, this Saturday, I'm going to celebration of life.
And Bufu, Illinois, which is almost Iowa at this point.
Which I might be going. I'm trying not to go. But that was the most popular game on podcasting right now is yay or nay. And I figured this is a good idea. So life celebration. That doesn't sound good. Like
that was a good one.
No, there's things coming up on that. It's probably not good for your chest.
Someone's parking the wrong way outside my car house.
And poor Katrina over there, okay? How about you be a gentleman, not burp?
I'm going to do it one more time.
Life celebration is a...
I'm going to yay. I'm going to just yay because I hate you right now.
What do you think a life celebration is? A celebration of life.
Is there a funeral and a life celebration?
No, that's already taken place.
But I'm saying I don't feel
this is a 3-hour...
My point is I don't feel the need to have both.
Yeah, I don't either.
You either have a wake and a funeral or you have this thing.
In this situation, I kind of understand why they did it because they did the funeral wake thing for close immediate people, and then this celebration of life is for everybody else, like to come out and celebrate this person's life. And like, I mean, would you want like 7?
I think it would depend on. I mean, I would.
Listen, you're not going to have 700 people come to your funeral. You're going to be lucky if me and Peter show up.
I have 7 of you, maybe.
No.
Yeah.
Would you? Oh, this actually came up. There's a would you rather I was reading. Would you rather have more people at your funeral or no people at your funeral or your wedding?
No people at my wedding.
Funeral, I don't care. I'm dead. Who cares? At least you can write me a check when I'm alive.
That's true. I was thinking the same thing. Like I honestly don't even care.
Either way, it doesn't matter to me. But
you have to get married first, Chris.
I'm gonna have all the sex in my 40s, Pat. All the sex in my 40s.
That doesn't mean you're gonna get married, though.
So live celebration, yay or nay, Pat? What do you think?
I would say it's yay if I knew the person intimately or closely. It was a close person that I knew. Nay if it was a casual person.
Okay.
Because I'm not spending 3 hours for someone that I barely know.
I'm gonna yay it, especially for myself, and I'm gonna have you in charge of my life celebration. Just so I know that you attend my life celebration.
That's the best part of that.
How long is this thing gonna be?
30 seconds. Peter's gonna be like, "We're all shotgunning beers. We're getting the hell out of here."
I got a 12 o'clock tea time.
Can we talk about shotgunning? That is the latest and great craze going on right now. That's the big thing on like TikTok and like when people are doing drinking. It's all about
shotgunning beers.
What group started that?
Hell yes. Way to go, Peter.
That's what I'm talking about. This group, this podcast, setting trends, Pat.
I like it.
Woo! Give me all hot and bothered.
We weren't on TikTok, so it never happened.
Yeah, you know what? You're not big game until you've done a 24-ounce Coors Lite shotgun.
Come on now.
There's only one person I know that can shotgun a beer, and that's Brian Hamilton.
I'm like, that's the best. I'm like, Pat, take a video of this. Why? And then we watch, and I look at Pat, and I'm like, that's why.
He started taking from the body, pops it open.
He's at the top.
He's at the top where he's a bomb tab, and all spills off. I was like,
ladies and gentlemen.
Even our favorite guest of all time, Sexy Pepsi, understands that you don't do it like that.
One of our good friends who has been a guest on this show might be an amateur. His first shotgun was at Pat's basement during COVID times. And, he cut a hole in and went to the top where you drink, the mouth, where you usually drink
where
your
you
beer.
Pop your beer open.
And tried to sip it as the beer was popping out of the other hole. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably one of the smartest guys.
I think it would have been genius that he didn't want to shotgun.
Let's be honest. It probably was the most ingenious move on his part. He's like, these guys are going to think I'm stupid for not knowing how to do this, but I don't want to drink this beer. So I'm going to try to drink this. They're not going to
have me do a second one, so no.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea. We're not going to waste beer on him. But, yeah.
Hamilton, you might be a goddamn genius.
He was calculated in that moment.
No, it was, so I just watched a bunch of, like, celebrities who are out in these beautiful, like, vacations, which I think is kind of dumb of them, a little bit. But then, maybe not. I think there's two schools of thought on flaunting your wealth and not flaunting your wealth. But a lot of these people are on like these awesome vacations, and all they're doing is shotgunning like White Claws and
I definitely would not want to shotgun a White Claw.
Remind me to bring up Brad Pitt, sir, on the Patreon podcast. Okay,
Brad Pitt. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't want to do it right now.
What?
I'm trying to think. Nope, Brad Pitt. Oh, how about
I don't know what that's about.
I'll tell you about it afterwards on the Patreon.
It's a little too,
this is too early. We can't give this free content away.
Okay.
I can't wait until people start looking for the Patreon version of this.
I'm the great one looking for the real version.
Oh.
So
Oh, that hurts.
Those are rare.
That's rare. That's rare. Oh, we should do you know what we should do one day? This would be one of the podcast ideas after we get the stupid wing thing done.
Oh God!
We should do a live stream of us watching dodgeball or
Wedding
Crashers or replacements.
Oh God!
Old school 40-year-old virgin. Any of those 5 we should watch together, and then just everybody quoting lines throughout the whole thing.
Sounds like a riveting podcast.
Well, not like I bet you that would have more views than us. But the problem is, how would we do it without not putting the movie on? Maybe we do clips of it, because you'd probably get in trouble with YouTube.
Maybe we could just do an Amazon watch party and invite all our friends, all of our followers to join the.
We can do a Zoom thing.
I like it. See, this is good podcasting ideas here, boys.
So if you have a real podcast, you can. You can
steal our idea right now.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're at episode 83, baby.
Hey, listen. Bleacher Report obviously was listening to our podcast because they stole the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
Did they really?
Yeah. One of you two sent it out. Like
I think Joe sent it out.
Yeah, like they're like, here's our Lock of the Week.
Oh, come
or something
on.
They're like,
you don't.
Joe's been kind of quiet today.
Yeah. Well, Joe's got to be Hall of Fame misser of the podcast. He's the only man who's actually got like people that want to have
want him around.
Yeah, or maybe he's just a guy who doesn't want to put the effort into figuring out another day that works. Let's not talk about it because Chris McGraw's here. That's all I'm saying.
I have plans for Saturday.
Chris, you want to explain?
Gonna go to Eurovision?
Can we talk?
I saw it on the Peacock app being advertised, Chris.
Did you?
I saw it. Yeah.
No. Let the ladies and gentlemen know.
Are you gonna catch up on the previous episodes?
I can't swear yet. So.
Are you gonna catch up on the previous episodes prior to watching the current one?
No.
Here's the other thing. So
I think you should spend tomorrow doing that.
I have no idea what it is.
The Saturday night. No, didn't they tell you not to watch whatever was going on?
They told me not to watch. So I've gotten some direct information.
They told you not to watch something? Oh, because you were so lining up to do that anyways, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, they told me not to watch the movie on Netflix, Eurovision. And
I'm sure it has nothing to do with A and B.
But they told me it would make me more confused. Like, I was confused going into this.
It's an okay movie.
But, like, they told me not to watch it, just make me more confused. And then, like, other people say, like, it probably give you a better understanding. So I'm like, forget, I'm just going to go in, watch it, observe, kind of get an understanding of what it is. But, like, supposedly, like, some people take it real seriously. Like, they've already gone out, listened to the songs, have a spreadsheet of people or the countries that they think are going to win.
A spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Are there betting odds or something?
I have no idea.
What is said purpose of spreadsheet?
I don't know, but if there's some betting odds, I may get it on some action. I may throw down a little 5 spot for the S&P podcast.
Oh, nice.
Give me any country from Africa. It's going to be from Europe, right?
No, it's actually
Is this really like the Rick and Morty, like the sing? Are they singing?
They're like I don't know if they're singing, but they're.
I know. In the movie, there were singers, all of them. I'm not sure if they're all singers.
It's like a talent show.
Yeah, it's kind of like putting like
worldwide talent show.
Yeah,
I think it's just Europe.
Yeah,
okay, so it's all European talent show.
It's European, and then
I
think there's Middle Eastern countries.
Why don't you tell us what you're doing Saturday so the listeners understand what you're doing?
So I'm going to some like viewing party of Eurovision. I have no idea. 2022. I have no idea what this really entails, other than.
Is this going to be a yearly occurrence? Is it a recurring?
They do it every year. I don't know if I would do it every year, but
it's a recurring party every year.
It's a recurring party for them.
Nice.
But they have countries from Europe.
Do they have Coors Light?
He's bringing.
I'm supposed to bring beer.
And can we let my man get his freaking story out? Let the man talk right now. Come on.
I'm any character and context to it,
right?
Okay, fair enough.
I am supposed to bring beer. I'm probably not going to bring Coors Light, but I think I'm going to bring Big Wave.
I think you should bring some big ass cans of Coors Light.
Maybe I'll grab a 6er of it, or I'll grab a 6er of Old Style. Really treat the fans.
Why a 6er when you can get a brick case of 30?
You don't do the brick case anymore.
Just build your own.
Costco, you don't think?
Oh, at Benny's.
Build your own.
The Old Style is what I'm talking about.
Build your own.
Oh, did you ever have a red brick of Old Style?
I don't think so.
We're getting way off track here.
Yeah, well, the Hall of Fame record of red bricks. If you know the red bricks, please comment on. Or
let us know what your record is, because
we're on YouTube. I can't tell you the name of our YouTube, but please subscribe. Search YouTube, look up podcast or Saturday Night Pregame Podcast. You'll find us right away. Subscribe and comment, or hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast S&P, and let us know if you've ever had one of the Old Style red bricks, because those were amazing. Our record, 10. You can let us know if you've beaten our record of 9 red bricks in a night.
How many people?
Yeah, it was a decent amount.
Because
It had to be at least like 10.
Because if you had like 100
So
people at a party.
So 10, 30, it's 90 beers. That's what? 10, well, like 8 beers a person probably.
What? We had 9. That's 270 beers.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh god.
30 rack is times 9,
right.
270 divided by 10. That's 27 beers a person.
So many numbers for Peter.
Yeah, lots of numbers. Okay. That was probably the best we ever did. Then there was the time that me and Pat tried to kill a keg between the two of us. And there was a whole night that I don't remember. But go ahead, Chris. Tell us what Eurovision
One night?
So, back to Eurovision. So, I know it's countries in Europe and there's other countries like in the Middle East, like...
Does the lady friend have a favorite country?
This one that starts with an A. I'm going to mispronounce it.
Afghanistan. Let's
No.
go to Afghanistan.
Amsterdam.
Azerbaijan. Like one of those Kazakhstans. wherever...
Azerbaijan.
Huh?
Azerbaijan, I believe.
Azerbaijan. There you go. That's the one.
How the hell did you know what that was? I didn't even know if that's a made up
Do you
word.
want to know the real answer?
What?
I'm pretty sure it was
Borat.
I'm pretty sure it was a James Bond movie.
Borat.
Oh.
The one of the countries Borat's from.
That's Kazakhstan.
Whatever.
I'd like to say.
But that's her favorite. That's her country that she likes. They're in it.
Interesting.
From what I understand, the UK phones it in every year, so I'm going to be rooting for the UK.
What about Ireland?
I'm assuming Ireland's in with the UK, even though they want to be.
I want to root for España.
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever. I'm gonna try to.
Maybe we bet this like we bet the horses and lose everything.
I'm gonna try to pick a long shot.
Can I pick Vatican City?
I'm gonna try to pick a long shot for us. Estonia.
How about Ukraine? Because
I was thinking that too. I wanted to go that route too.
I don't know.
Is Russia not allowed now?
Probably.
Russia's not considered part of Europe, anyways.
But there is a little contingent there.
But
I mean, like
they're trying to expand that. You know,
whatever that James Bond country you said was, I already forgot the name of. Azerbaijan. They're not in Europe either, but they're in the competition.
But they were far enough west of Europe that they were.
Can I ask why the United States? Is the United States just too good?
Because we're not in Europe.
No, because they hate Europe. They hate the United States.
Europe hates the United States?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Canada's in it.
They like us. They like
I'm
us during times of war, but that's about it.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well,
Europe knows that we saved their ass in the first 2 world wars, so.
And they're going to save us in the third, right? Isn't that the thing?
No, we're just going to all kill each other.
No, you think so?
Yeah.
Pepsi, if you get those legs out my way, I'm going to hurt you, baby.
So that's what I'm doing on Saturday.
Sounds like a good time. Pat, what you got planned for Saturday?
Are we not going to Auchevel and getting drunk somewhere?
Oh, no, we can definitely do that.
Now we can.
Yeah. Woo! Slide baby!
Wait.
No, that wasn't. I forgot that the plan was out. Because I was supposed to have a graduation there. But that's not in.
That's what's moving one's moving the Wrigley Field.
What would that be?
Pepsi, you need to speak up and enunciate.
Let the people know.
Chevelle.
Oh, yeah?
A little Chevelle?
A baby Chevelle.
Is moving into the old Madden. But don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's moving into the old Madden. But
I thought we were going to do the regular Auchevel.
Oh, of course. Cool. And we're going to go to the Bandit. And I'm going to dance.
Then we're going to get rejected from upstairs and end up downstairs, like usual.
Because we're old and ugly. It's okay. It happens. I'm not old, but I mean, it doesn't help the credit out. You know what I'm saying? Also, I feel.
And I'm gonna be rooting for the UK and Eurovision.
I'm gonna find some girls walking the turn lane and be like, "Hey, ladies, would you like to go to Bandit for a minute? Let us in the line, and then we'll leave you alone."
Yeah.
I promise.
We'll buy your first round.
That helped us out in Milwaukee the one time. We literally walking down. Well, that was the time the lady's girlfriend or boyfriend came up.
Yeah.
Yelled at us, and then these other 2 ladies were walking to this bar, and we walked in with them as there's a big cover line.
And then Pat Lynch was up on the stage. With
all
the ladies, and nobody else.
They needed to let the talent through, Chris.
It's not good when it's just me and Pat on a Saturday night.
Some bad decisions are gonna be made on Saturday night.
Where's Brian Hamilton at?
Probably gone.
Yeah, if he's smart, he's probably smelling it right now. It's in the air.
We're gonna call Mark Hamilton. We'll replace Hamilton.
I don't think Mark is gonna be out for another year.
Yeah, Mark's done for like.
We're bringing him back. We're reviving him.
We're gonna go get him some liquid IV.
You got Danny and Kevin still. Apparently,
Danny's a good guy.
Apparently, Danny was at Hang Up last.
Don't have Danny's number.
Yeah,
that's
good. It's probably good because he's a Hang Up guy.
Because he's taking the Hang Up.
I don't want to be the Hang Up again.
Yeah.
And Kevin's got a kid, so I mean, if I was you, out of the 4 Hamiltons, I'd choose Kevin.
Maybe I'll see if Frank Pill's available.
Yeah, right.
It's a good move. I'm not gonna lie, the Goldschläger is hitting pretty nice right now. It's hot.
That was garbage.
I'm doing my best not to have a second one because I don't want to have that type of night. But
if you don't like Big Red, Chris, then fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Fuck you.
Nice. All right, at least got the shot out of the way. We had our first nay or yay. let's go over.
What was your answer to that?
Oh, it's definitely nay.
I don't know. I feel like it's a nice thing to do for people, but like, if a celebration of my life, what would it be?
Well, your life's pretty boring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
The other guy had,
ping
the
pong
other
tournament.
guy, the other guy had a much more interesting
Beer
life.
pong.
Beer pong tournament, yes.
Yes, that's what I would like.
The Peter McGraw Invitational.
No, like it's like, listen, throw it a shot, throw a Jaeger bomb.
You know what we'll do? We'll play a game of bags. And you know what we'll all do? We'll all just miss the board every time and get pissed off at it. That's what we'll do.
It's not nice.
People don't understand what I'm talking about.
No.
You'll trade on that day.
Yeah, oh yeah, we'll trade the S&P and we'll lose and we'll just keep punching our desk. That's what we'll do.
I've had a great week, by the way, okay?
Woo! The market's
great.
been tanking it. Peter
Yes,
Brown says
I'm
we're eating
eating
it up.
I'm eating it up. I'm a shorter guy. I'm taking all of the
The
shorts.
crypto market's also pooped itself.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Oh, brother. Well, we can get brain trust at the low price of half our coin.
5 cents?
Yeah.
What is it, at 5 cents?
At the low
That's like
price of
$2.
half of
Can it still be registered in pennies?
You're getting it at $2.
You know what?
right
I
now.
really, you know where I honestly almost shit myself was I have USDC coin because it makes 5% interest, and I have a lot of money sitting in that, and I saw Tetra it's like TER Tether. I saw Tether go from, because it's supposed to be a stable coin. It's supposed to float with the US dollar. Went from $1 to 30 cents. And I was like, no! Oh no! So I raced to see where USDC is at. USDC is still stable. I'm like, oh my god. I almost had a heart attack.
I was looking at I'm like, I knew that it's gone down quite a bit, and then I really had to look at it when my dad's like, hey, you got any of that crypto coin? Why are you bringing it up? It really went down a lot according to the TV. I'm like, oh.
You know what though? It's not. It wasn't. I mean, it's still at $30,000 a coin. I mean, it's
We're still winning.
people are talking like
It's all where you got in it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if you got in it at 50 grand.
yeah.
you're
Oh
hurting
yeah.
a little bit.
Now you're hurting.
You know what sucks? I looked at Snapchat the other day.
Yeah, not great. Oh, I looked at all my stocks.
Oh, wait, I haven't gone on to Vanguard because I know my
I
stocks.
thought you meant you actually looked at Snapchat.
No. Me and Peter own Snapchat stock, and like it was up to like $70 at one point,
Yep. Really.
and now it's down to 25.
It'll go back up.
Yeah,
How's that monster stock treat you?
it's still in it's actually one of the stocks that's still performing pretty well.
You know what I wanna
saving
think
it,
about?
Chris. You're saving
I'm
it.
saving it.
You know the one I think about is Joe, and I know Joe. I don't think he's ever listened to any financial tips I've given him, which has probably been better. His better half.
So he's really doing better than all of us at this point.
Probably, very sure. Oh, 1,000%. But he had CMT. I think not CMT. CDMO, and it was like up to like $30 a share. And I remember thinking to him like, I really want to like force Joe to like.
No,
put
the
his
best
stock.
one was the WWE when it was like
Yeah.
$90. And you knew it was never going to get anywhere near that again.
Yeah, and I'm like, listen, it's hindsight, 100% hindsight.
No, I
but-
mean, at the time we knew it wasn't going to.
Yes,
The reason
it
it was
just-
not that high.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one you knew because they were doing all the contract negotiations.
But he held CDMO from like he's got it like $6, $3. I think it's $3 is what he owns it at. And at $30, I was like, Joe, just realize some of that gain.
Or at least
And,
stop loss then.
Yeah. And I don't think he did. And I think it's at like 12 or 14 bucks.
I guess
It might even,
he's still tripling his money, I guess, right?
yes. So good for him. It was a much nicer gain a couple days ago.
that was like fucking, what is it?
They would be back up there.
ASPU, that piece of shit stuff.
Yeah, that sucks too. That I have a bunch of. I have a bunch.
Yeah, it's at
of
$12 now.
Bunch of stocks that are. It just doesn't. You don't want to go. Don't go look at your.
Well,
you don't
this is another time that you were.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
another time you look at your portfolio and be like, "Yep, this is good."
Yeah, it's just it's the best part. So I don't know if Monica still listens to this, but whatever. The life celebration on Saturday. The only reason I would go is if he would like me to go, because I don't really want to go. And so I told him, I'm like, hey, not really feeling like I'm going to go Saturday unless you would like me to go. And I, like the real reason, one of the big reasons is it's supposed to be really bad weather on Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the rain is supposed to come down. Literally right when this thing is supposed to go on, and I was like, hey, and I know for graduation that got canceled because of the weather, the weather threat.
Like an
on
outdoor
Saturday.
graduation.
Yeah,
Got it.
and the life event is an outdoor, like it's an outdoor.
uncovered.
It's supposed to rain.
Well, no,
seven,
they're gonna have.
according to this, it's supposed to rain 7, 9, 11, and then it clears up.
I really hadn't heard the weather at all.
Yeah, the weekend's supposed to be all rain. I was hoping we go golf.
Yeah, like we saw it today, but like according to my phone, it's not supposed to rain all that much.
The range is not like lightning, at least.
What's up?
The one just Wayne's covered.
It's supposed to start raining on Friday night or Saturday morning, 4 a.m. and last until 11 a.m.
Okay, so it won't be so bad.
But Sunday it's supposed to rain at 3 p.m.
great.
Interesting.
So last Saturday was thanks Chris Skilling. Chris Skilling with the locking in with the weather.
With the weather on the 8s.
Pretty close. It's got 40 right now. It's pretty close.
Last Saturday was the UFC fights. Tremendous fights minus the front kick. Phenomenal. Chandler, what's his name?
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, great fighter. He's had years of being the best, and I think his time. I think he's the next. Unfortunately, he's the Anderson Silva. I think the competition has just exceeded him.
I think Gaethje broke him when Gaethje's pummeled his face in for 5 rounds.
But here's the other issue is he just got caught by a good kick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of a freak thing.
Yeah.
But also, like, he
won his last fight before that too.
But if you watched it, Chandler was kind of set it up a lot. He was kind of going in and doing like a low kick and kind of do low kick, and then he went for a high kick in the second round and caught him.
Yeah. And the funny part about that is Chandler wants a big payday and he wants to take on Conor. If Conor's smart, he wouldn't take that fight.
He got called out twice on Saturday.
Well, the Oliveira
guy called him out too.
They want their red panty night, baby.
Yeah, they all want that money. If Conor's smart,
I'll fight Conor if he wants to pay me some money. I'll get my ass kicked for a couple rounds.
The Rose fight was garbage.
That was probably. I mean, besides the Ngannou Anderson fight.
Lewis.
Yeah,
I can't think of a worse fight than
that. But I don't know. Ngannou didn't want to get knocked out, but Lewis had
a bad back.
Bad back.
But I'm saying there was no contact. This one had a little bit of touching here and there. But that was the worst fight I've ever seen. I think.
Yes.
Honestly,
I was so pissed at that one.
She was mad. Like she came out like later in the week and was like, "What? Like I did enough to win, and you guys expect me to have a great fight every time because like
we expect you to like engage a little bit.
Yeah.
You did nothing."
You can't
BS. I mean, she's such a head case.
I mean, you have to beat the champ. I get the whole you have to beat the champ, but you also have to do a little bit, like something.
Yeah.
She's like, I took her down. It's like, in like the last 10 seconds of the fight,
she took her down several times.
Yep. No, it was a garbage fight, and they had they had a very silly game plan, which was the game plan was probably let her try to take you down, and then you sprawl, you defend, you maybe get on top, or that's what they were hoping for. It was just going to be her trying to and tire her out. And then you engage, and she never tried to take her down. So then Rose is just like dancing, waiting. I
really wish we had I wish the bar had the
sound on,
so I could hear the guy. See, he was like, "Are you fucking having fun?"
Well, I think it was John McCarthy who was sitting there, because I think her corner was saying she was winning, and it's like these corners need to stop being.
How do you
idiots.
even judge that round?
Her corner, I think, was telling her she was winning. John McCarthy came out and was like, you people need to stop. These corners need to stop telling fighters that they're winning these fights. Mm-hmm. You need to go out there and try to...
I mean,
be honest with them. Like, listen, you're getting your ass kicked. Like, if Peter was in a fight and he was down 2 rounds to none, I'd be like, you need to knock this motherfucker out this round or you're going home with the loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're...
Be honest. I don't... Are they too frail mentally that they can't handle, like, hey... This is the worst fight I've ever seen you fight. What are you doing? Like, I'm bored here. Like, we just want to go home?
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of coach that was better to me. That, like, there's a good mix of, like, hey, you're doing this right, you're doing that right. But, hey, in reality,
you're fucking losing.
I mean, if you're dominating a fight, like, if you're literally, that you're winning the fight, like, you don't get caught, don't be stupid. But, like, when anything that's remotely close, you can't put in the judges' scorecards. You need to win this fight.
Yeah.
You have to. How many fights have we seen where, like, it could have gone either way?
Yeah. You never leave it in the judges' hands.
No.
It's so dumb.
Look at the Sterling Lewis Jan fight. Do you think Jan's corner is telling him, hey, you got this in the bag. Don't worry about it.
It's stupid. Don't. But then I mean, you're in the moment thinking. But it's kind of like when we used to play flag football. We thought every call was our call, and every call that went against you. You need somebody who's level-headed there, who's not biased, saying, hey, I'm watching this fight. You guys are losing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in the stands or someone on the team watching, like, hey, you're not doing shit.
You have to have somebody. That would be a great guy to have. Like, hey, have a guy who's there but watching it, who's not, like, is not geared towards you winning. Like,
the best women. We didn't see any undercards. So I don't know if there was any good female fights going on earlier in the card or not. If they were, good for those ladies. But did you guys see the female security guard drop the lady that tried to get him to climb into the top of the octagon?
Oh no!
There's a video of this lady. She her friends are like YouTube. She's hammered clearly, and she like goes over the guardrail, and then she runs up. She gets up to the octagon, and this lady that's just shoves her off. She goes flying over.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you can look at the video. It's good
We'll
stuff.
we'll post that on
Interesting.
She goes. She's like up. She's like running like woo, flying.
Have you guys seen? Oh my god! There's that just reminds me. I was thinking.
What about the Olivier? Is it how Olivier?
Hold on, put a pin on it. I was just thinking because I was thinking that might have been a protest of the
No, this
UFC.
was some drunk.
Yeah, it was just some drunk lady. But if you guys seen, there was I forget his name. I think he's an actor. He wasn't the guard in Shawshank. I'm trying to think who he was. I'll look it up right now, but he super glued his hand to his Starbucks countertop in protest of Starbucks charging extra for or plant-based milk. And I was kind of thinking like it's like a PETA thing.
You saw the UFC banned flags, right? You know,
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, they won't allow flags.
Why is that? I didn't see that.
They think it's related to the
Ukraine-Russia thing. They also think maybe like if somebody came out with like
Oh.
there's a big fight. There's just the fight coming up in Singapore. They're afraid like somebody may come out with like a Hong Kong flag or something. There's also
Taiwan.
Because
flag.
Chandler,
There's
Chandler,
also the
Chandler
one-
always came with the American flag, I know for sure. I know he wasn't wearing one.
There's also the one of where the James Bond country Pat was talking about. Azerbaijan. And they have some other like immigrant cell or like militia cell that's like trying to like form their own like city state or something in that country. So like they have their own flag and they're like worried about like people.
Also, I think part of it's the UFC is I don't know if you noticed, but like any Russian fighters been getting booed like crazy.
Well, that sucks. But,
whether it's them or not, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like,
So it was James Cromwell super glued himself to Starbucks counter for PETA.
The name sounds. Oh, the old guy.
Yeah. Here he's in Babe. He's the farmer.
Yes.
Yeah. And he super glued his hand to a Starbucks counter.
He's a dad in what is it? Revenge of the Nerds too for the kids in the first two.
Oh, I don't remember that actually.
Yeah.
He's in LA Confidential as well.
I don't know what that is.
It's a good movie. It's got Russell Crowe in it. Just check it out.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. I thought it was hilarious because it's like he wasn't really. He's just like I don't want to pay more for plant-based milk at Starbucks anymore. Can we stop that?
Why doesn't he just not drink plant-based milk?
Because it's all about PETA.
He's a vegetarian. Okay,
It's a
Vegan.
Listen, you do what you do.
Maybe just go milk-free. Go au naturel.
Yeah, just have a black cup of coffee, you jerk.
Au naturel.
You know? Maybe let's not hurt the plants. Just kidding.
Well, who's standing for the coffee beans that are sacrificing themselves for coffee every single day?
Don't do that, Pat. You'll have people out front here.
You lead the charge.
Yes. I will kill you.
Listen, if Peter can't get his Big B coffee, insert the original name.
Yeah.
We'll tell you the original name on the Patreon because it's very racist apparently.
Someone didn't think that one through when they killed
Somebody knew. No, they knew what they were doing with that name.
I don't know. I've read the book. The book is good. The guy who started the franchise. It was good. He did not talk about the original name at all.
How he didn't disclose how he chose it?
Did not say anything about the name in the beginning one.
What a disappointment.
Yeah.
I did.
I
guess I don't need to read the book anymore. That's all I wanted to know.
How he came up with that one. Okay, let's go to Olivier, Jason Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje.
On our Josie Lock of the Century
Best part is that they both had their names tattooed to their back, so you knew which guy was which.
Gaethje was Josie's Lock of the Century of the week.
He
was 1 for 2.
I was watching some interviews with Gaethje post fight of interviews he did before the fight, and he had he said the same thing that he did when he fought Khabib. He's like, I'm gonna make it a wall of death. You get anywhere near me, you're getting punished. And Oliveira got near him, got clocked, took him down and submitted him just like Khabib did. So when you get the wall of death, evidently, you got to keep hitting him with the wall of death and not let him through after the first one.
Well, no, he knocked him down twice. Yeah, but he waited like
he's like, come on. You want to join me on the mat?
It's like Hendricks. Remember, Hendricks had that freaking power right, but he had nothing else.
Yeah, power left, but yeah.
whatever it was. He had the power shot, and that was it. And that was
But he faded quickly because that's all he had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Gacy's gone.
And if you look at guys like McGregor too, is a lot like he's a knockout guy. That's all he's got, right? He's not a super. He's got some clinch game, but he's got no ground game. So that's So when you have such a glaring weakness in your skill set, like you're gonna get exposed. Sometime.
I think McGregor is rounded enough with it, but when you go up to when you're a champion,
when you're fighting Khabib, who's an century all time wrestler, probably
you're screwed. And that's I think when that comes to striking, you negate everything if you can stop him, but you're not stopping Khabib. Yeah. You're not stopping all.
Khabib said it once. He's like, you might stop like the first one or the second one, but I'm going to try like 100 times.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to stop it 100 times.
Yeah. That's where Silva was the best.
Well, Silva was bad at takedown defense, but like when he was on his back, he was dangerous. And that's one thing like you have to be like you got to have like 2 of the 3 disciplines. Like you either got to be able to be good on your feet and really good at submissions, or you got to be good on your feet and be able to take down.
That's why Oliveira is pretty good because he's actually I think he's got the most submissions in UFC.
That's why I would love if they could figure out how to get Khabib back for that. That fight would be insane.
We have to get. He's in training shape anymore.
Oh, at all.
So he'd have to really,
Him and Pat Lynch could have a fight, and it would be who's going to die first.
But see,
it would be me.
But he has his own Fight Club league now.
Yeah, he's got his own league.
So he's probably more interested in that.
Did you guys hear that BJ Penn is running for governor of Hawaii?
No, I did not, but that's kind of cool.
What is his?
I can see him winning.
What is his platform?
He's running as a Republican. It's common sense, pretty much. It's like, hey, well, the one thing I don't
common sense for a guy that's gotten like 17 DUIs.
Yeah. He says it. My record's not clean, but he's like, listen, like Hawaii's overtaxed. The regulations, you can't do anything here. So everything that comes to Hawaii has to stop at a port in California or Florida first. So it has to go there. Stop there, then come, and then I don't know if it has to be offloaded, but it stops there, and then it can go to Hawaii.
Well, it's going to be searched,
Everything is
customs. Got to be customs.
I don't know if it's customs because you could do customs in Hawaii. Why couldn't you? This comes back to when it was a territory.
I don't know why you wouldn't do it
it's over. Everything's so expensive there, so people can't live there. There's no housing. So he's like, hey, listen, enough of the Democratic rule, which I'm not either way. This is his platform, and he's just like, He's like, I'm not going to be. He's like. He says, I don't know everything, but I'm going to have a team. Like when I was in MMA, when I was a UFC fighter, it wasn't I knew everything. It was I had an insane team. I had the best team. And he's like, that's what I'm going to do here. When I come in, we're going to clean this up. And the only problem I had is he sounded punch drunk.
Because he probably was drunk.
That's no. He was punch drunk. Like Joe asked him what the highest tax rate in Hawaii was, and he didn't know it. And it's like, okay, this is the type of like. These are the things you probably should know, but he just doesn't sound. And maybe that's good. Maybe something like we need to come back to or Joe Rogan was talking to Bill Maher too, and it's like both parties are just insane right now.
Fun fact about Bill Maher, he was on Murder, She Wrote.
I thought you were gonna say he was a racist.
No, that's Morgan Wallen.
No, he's actually Well, I don't know if you're right. Never mind. It doesn't mean I don't know if you date black women. Does that make you not racist?
That's Bill Maher, I believe, isn't it?
No, he does too. Bill Maher is, I think, in a long-term relationship with a.
I don't know much about Bill Maher. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's that show on HBO that I've never watched.
He's got a new podcast, which that's what I wanted to bring him up because this he's like, you know what I don't hear on the podcast waves?
Yay or nay?
No,
Yay or nay? The greatest game in podcast history.
Okay, and I'll bring up the second one. We'll bring up that one real quick, and we'll go back to Bill Maher. If you got to make sure I remember to go back
to what Bill Maher's podcast is going to bring us.
No, it's okay. So let's go back to that then, because it's pissing me off. He was talking to Joe Rogan about his podcast, and it's like, you know what? I don't have any. There's no late night vibes of like podcasting, like guys just sitting around chilling, having token up, having. I'm like, are you kidding me? Have you not heard of it?
You're on a flight to Austin, Texas, to the Joe Rogan studio.
Check out the best podcast there is. Are you kidding me?
With the best game known to man, yay or nay?
Yes, with the Joe C. Lock of the century. We've got all the greats here.
All the greats.
This is the Saturday. This is the chill podcast. That the night vibe. You're getting a beer. He's like, you don't like we smoke, we drink. we sit in the back of my...
Don't they smoke and drink at Joe's podcast?
Yeah, but that's more serious now. It's more of a... This is where everybody goes for their news. Don't you know that?
Joe Rogan can't be drinking and smoking anymore on his podcast because he got in trouble for doing horse tranquilizers.
Because he's the source of truth in this country now.
Exactly.
He's the most moderate person out there. All right, so next. Yay or nay? Because Chris was talking about how great this is. I got
The greatest game ever invented.
Yay or nay, Married at First Sight?
Nay.
No.
Nay.
Patrick, yay or nay? So listen, you don't got many options. Think to yourself, yay or nay on this.
Pepsi, the guy in EP giving you either one of these is gonna leave his wife for you.
Nay.
Nay? Okay, say nay.
I'm going nay too. No way. I don't. So Lauren is infatuated with this show called Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
What'd she think about you? Was it a nay too for her when she met you?
I mean, I honestly think if we were forced to get married at first sight, I think it would work out. But there's like one group that had like a restraining order against each other now. Yeah. One guy was got married and was like, "I'm not attracted to you at all."
Seems like a poor idea.
It's a great show idea, but
I can see Pat Lynch getting to the altar and getting like somebody like Pat's just like, fucking out. Nope, it's a day for me.
Do you know it? You're not.
Or, come on, do you think the woman coming to see Pat, like, oh!
Yeah, no, this is not what I signed up for.
Next! Anybody else?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so that's the yeas or the nays.
Couple easy ones tonight, Peter.
Yeah, listen. Chris, you said you had something in sports you want to talk about.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to...
Judy got arrested today.
Who?
Jerry
Judy, yes, I did see that.
I didn't. What did you get arrested for?
Domestic abuse.
It's like domestic abuse enhancer. I don't quite understand.
He stole his wife's shit and threw it in a car and wouldn't let her get her or something like that.
Yeah, and they don't have like domestic abuse.
I'm not sure if he actually beat her up or not. I'll get back to that.
Yeah, but the thing
that doesn't make it. That doesn't have to be. That's not what domestic violence is.
No, but I don't know.
You have to hit.
I don't know.
But they're called enhancers in Colorado. Colorado doesn't have like domestic abuse laws on the books, but they have like enhancers and stuff like that. It's really weird.
I got a sports letter yay or nay after yours, Chris. Go ahead.
So my thing was I've been seeing a lot recently, and I kind of been reading about it, interested. Like it kind of makes like an interesting question on the NIL deals for college players.
Yeah. Yep.
Name, image, likeness, and like a lot of.
Did you want a nay or yay? NIL?
No, I would yay.
Wow,
was. I would yay it no matter what, but like
because you have to for college. Because I want college kids. I think they should get a salary.
Yeah. But like it's interesting because like you have a lot of these coaches that are coming out now.
They get paid $200 travel stipend every game.
No, like
they get a limited meal option,
and they get some swag. Frank used to get swag.
Yeah,
there was
like an iPad one year or something like that.
Yeah.
No, they're like these coaches.
But if you put cream cheese on that bagel, Pat, you're going to jail.
And then Frank's like, I'm an Android guy. And he threw it out the window, right?
There's like a coach that came out. Was like really pissed because he thinks like one of his receivers left because he got promised $1 million.
No physical contact made by Jerry Judy.
Okay. Got like $1 million like NIL deal.
NIL.
Well, aren't they trying to eliminate where boosters cannot fund the NILs?
But see, like that's where like the whole entire thing's like it's like a very interesting like thing because like I'm totally in for it, but like you got like Nick Saban came out and like they took a player away from I think like Tennessee or something, and like Tennessee's like, oh yeah, of course you would go there. Like he probably got like a better deal. Like they were tampering with him beforehand and whatnot. He literally got into transfer protocol, and like 10 days later he's at Alabama.
All college athletes dirty as hell.
But I mean, like they bring up like Nick Saban brought up an interesting thing. Like I know my coaches aren't doing this, but like I can't speak for like people outside of the program that are like influencing like or like a player's parents like. Hey, this guy's offering $500,000. Like you're getting offered $500,000 on this name, image, likeness deal. Yeah. Go to Alabama. I'm getting $500,000. And like so, like it's kind of an interesting conversation to have. Like, should there be limits? How this should work out? Like people are trying to figure out.
Here's the thing. You know why this is an issue? It's because college coaches do not have control anymore.
Well, they're also saying
They don't have control.
Universities don't have control.
No, yeah. Kids go into portals. They can get paid. They can move
But
on
the other
wherever
thing-
they want, and coaches hate it. They spend 6 months recruiting a kid.
Well, don't forget Joe Burrow, for example, was in Ohio State and then went to get transferred.
But he was like the third string on Ohio
But they
State.
could spend. Here's the thing.
How little were they?
Nick Saban can put 6 months into a kid. He could have a signed deal, and then a booster can say, "Hey, I'll give you $1 million," and he's going to go there because he's going to get paid. And guess what? $1 billion market in college football. I don't care. Learn how they're going to have to learn.
But they're
involved.
But I think that was happening beforehand. Like, you can't tell me that you weren't getting perks to go to Alabama or whatever.
It's bigger perk.
Now it's above board. Now it's now it's open.
But here's the issue. The issues that they're kind of bringing up are a little bit valid. The other thing is they feel like the transfer protocol is kind of being abused by the players because what happens you go 1 year, you go to this school, and some other school the next year offers you more.
And what's the problem with that?
The transfer protocol.
What's wrong with that?
It's a free agency for it. I don't care.
But I'm just saying, there's no issue with that because you're not paying the kids.
But here's the other thing, your school gets there, you're offering him you can give this much for an NIL deal, but some booster comes out and is like, I'll top it on top of it. The school's getting screwed. The school can't control those boosters. And
I honestly do not. I don't care because guess what? For 40 years, those schools have been making tons of money on the backs of these students. Now the kids have control, and they hate it.
I'll be honest.
They hate it. And
I
they
have
don't know.
no
But
problem.
they evolve. Figure out how to make it work.
I have no problem with that. But it's kind of pushing the bar back, saying 40 years of this. Let's.
But because the kids have choices now, they can make money.
I don't think the schools. I'm saying I don't think the schools should be punished by what if say a booster comes out, offers more money, and then
they're not being punished though. The kid's getting getting
the school,
awarded.
The school if nowadays I don't know how the NIL deals work, but I think they're only allowed to get a certain amount, and you're not supposed to have. The school, you're not supposed to have outside influence. The school, boosters, parents, and stuff like that, can't be pushing the kid or being promised stuff to push the kid to go to a certain school.
Yeah, but that stuff's illegal, and that's always happened. But I'm saying the NIL deals. If you can get offered a better NIL deal,
but those are the things that are coming up with this type of thing.
Do they get the money right away?
Yes, yeah. But an NIL deal is you can get a sponsorship.
You get a sponsorship
but that's so again, it's just giving them options.
But that whole entire thing is some of it's they're coming up with it's
if they really want to protect these kids, what I would suggest for this,
I'm in total agreement with you. Where their kids should get paid whatever the kid can get, they should get.
Here's
it's kind of like the MMA thing with this. I don't agree with how they did the Reebok thing.
Oh no, it's terrible.
They should let them.
They're destroying. The UFC has all the control. If you're a UFC fighter, the only you used to make so much more money with sponsorships, but you have to do. UFC's getting all that money now. They get all the money, and they don't have to share. And they're not sharing enemy because you're an independent contractor. You have to unionize.
Yeah.
As much as you're going to hate it, and for years, the only way the young guys have to be no, we have to unionize because we have to get a part of that pie. You're never going to get it. UFC's we'll give you better bonuses. Yeah, right.
I have no problem.
But for the NIL deals, there's some backwater dealings that are going on. They're screwing, it's not screwing the player over, but there's something with the way this it's screwing over the schools where they're getting harmed.
I think it's going to create a larger.
The school isn't doing anything technically illegal.
I think it's creating a larger.
I know what you're trying to say. I can see you're fuck the school. The players should get played.
Pat is trying, but tell me this because Pat will now give you a second to finish what you want to say.
But the school there's these NIL deals are getting into a point where the school it's I end up getting screwed and getting sanctions.
Their schools are not getting. They're not getting screwed. They're not going to get sanctioned. The thing is, their issue is kids just go to the portals. They go see what they can get, and then they go. And coaches don't know how to handle that.
The other
schools don't know how to handle that. That's the issue.
The other issue is the kids can't screw themselves in the portal because the portal only works once. You get one freebie. So you're at Arizona.
Yeah, and then I get it. And then you get suspended, or you're out a year.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Pat. What do you think on this one?
Fair enough about the NIL. So
come on, you had something. Bring it in. Bring it to the team. Bring it in, baby. Don't get shied away. The man was just trying to finish the sentence. I get where he was coming from.
I think it's going to create a larger. It's creating a larger disparity again between teams that have and have not.
That's very true.
So
yeah,
but that's not the players' fault.
No,
I think that also. I think it's
That's 100% true.
And I think with college age kids and with NFL rookies to a degree too, I think that they should get a portion of it up front and the rest should be deferred to like 30.
Yeah. I'm 100% in agreement with that too.
I mean, I'm not saying it has to be like. I mean,
Yeah.
they should get paid. They should get
That's
their
not
money.
bad. Yeah, like something like put into like
Something
retirement
protect-
plan,
Some
like,
kind of trust
Yeah.
or something.
or some like maybe something to like
Just because how many players
like
you
a
know,
health plan or something.
because they think it's going to go forever. When you're 20, you think you're going to be
Yeah.
the stud forever, and you get to the NFL and you realize that you weren't shit
100%
anymore.
because you're going to need that for medical.
Or if
too.
you're a rookie and you were a top rookie,
That's what I mean, like medical, like something like health
blow you
related, like,
blow your knee out, or or how many first round busts are there?
Yep.
You spend all that money thinking you're going to get 3-4 deals, and you got none. At least you
Yeah.
got something there for your talent.
I like that. I like that.
And I get where you're coming from. But
also,
I
I
like
care
I
about
like
the
that
NCAA, so.
I like that the kids are getting a little control.
Yeah, no,
They got to figure it out. It's not a great system.
No, it's
With how
much they've all, everybody's making money.
and that's what Nick Saban was saying. Like,
But the problem is because it's not. You're right. It's everybody's still making money.
The control
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
The college coaches used to love that they had all the
Now
control.
Nick Saban's got a quarterback
Yes.
that's making more than him probably. It could be.
Well,
eventually.
no, but no, I don't think about. Well, no, I
Nick
think
Saban, I think he's
Not
he's
Nick
just
Saban, but I'm saying, like,
scared.
there's guys, but there are certain coaches that like you're talking to quarterbacks making more than you at 19
But here's
years
the
old.
thing: he's scared. They're scared because they put all this time into. They put a lot of recruiting time into a guy, and then out of nowhere they could just go.
That's why I think I would.
I don't actually.
That's
Nick
why I'd rather
Saban,
be a pro coach.
Nick
honestly.
Saban wasn't too upset with like the idea of players like going like the recruiting process. He was more afraid of like, people like trying to like take advantage of the whole entire system, like screwing over other people or like the schools getting screwed over in terms of sanctions and whatnot. He wasn't like upset with players like getting the best deal out there, like, hey, I'm here for a year. Hey, somebody's offering me something.
No, I
I can get a better
totally
deal.
get
So
it.
he was like all about it. He's just more he's more worried about people coming out saying like, hey, this school's tampering my kid because he can come get a better deal here. Like, I'm not doing anything.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
and just in case, because this probably should have been said in front, but an NIL deal just allows college students to get sponsorship money.
They're allowed to get paid off their name, image, and likeness.
And
That's why there's no NCAA football anymore.
Yeah.
or the college. No,
They're trying to bring it back.
I'm sorry, for Madden, EA Sports. Now
Sports.
it's back.
But they're trying to bring it back, yeah. But you're gonna have non-generic players in there. I'm sure.
Yeah, that was it. They were literally they couldn't put their names in the NCAA players.
Can they now? Okay, I thought that was.
You gotta pay them. You gotta pay them.
I think you got to pay them now, but like back in like the early 2000s, they couldn't put names or like you could either choose one or two
Just
things.
numbers, wouldn't it?
You could choose one or two things. You could choose numbers, or you could choose random names that were filled out.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't actually use the player. Like the players that
Like
were,
Pat Lynch should be the quarterback for Alabama.
Wow,
they were able to. The players were able to sue and get their likeness take. Like they couldn't use like.
Yeah, but I thought they were bringing the game back and they were going to
Now
use the
that
college.
but like back
But
in
I
like
think they gotta pay the NIL.
Yeah.
I think like if you go
They're not going
back,
to pay a lot, but they'll probably pay
but I
something.
think like after like 2008, like NCAA kind of went to the wayside because
Yeah, I get that. And people
Because
loved
of-
that was the thing.
I still care about NCAA in general. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
When they get to the pros, when I'm interested.
the football the game was fun because like you don't see the option too much in like in, like
Yes,
football
it was
games.
yes.
And you could run the
and you
option.
knew like I remember when it was Reggie Bush was at his height.
Yeah.
It was Reggie Bush or bust.
So does Reggie Bush go back and get all the stuff they stripped from him because now everybody can get paid?
No, absolutely not. OJ's not. Has lost his Heisman too, and just because he was
Did
exonerated.
OJ lose his Heisman because he sold it or like somebody bought it? In
Some
Why would he?
I didn't try to
why
kill
would he
You
lose
know,
his
hey,
Heisman?
how about we lift up? Why
Why would OJ lose his Heisman? He was not guilty.
He did write a book about if
I did it, this is how I was.
Oh God!
I remember they were hyping it up, and then they're like, "This is gonna cancel it."
Yeah.
They're like, Fox is like, maybe that wasn't a good idea, guys.
Yes.
Maybe that wasn't a good one.
All right. Well, with that, let's get into some good. This is one of my favorite parts. Besides the best game, actually, I have one.
I had an NFL. I had a Bears. Yay or nay?
Okay.
Yay or,
Please.
Yay or nay? Bears sign Julio Jones.
There was another one on there I wanted to
I
talk
would
about.
say I heard that they were looking at him and Odell Beckham, but I would yay him over Odell Beckham. I would yay.
I would yay him too because they need a possession guy.
Yeah.
How bad could he be? How much? He can't be any worse.
He can't be any worse than when they signed
some of the
Musha
guys.
Muhammad for that. Like,
He can't be any worse than some of the guys that are on the roster. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I would yay.
Yeah, you're gonna get that'll give Mooney some breathing room.
If he can stay
develop.
on the field.
Yeah, that'll give Mooney some room, dude. I don't know if have you seen the receiving core for the Rams, like David or Robinson. Not David Robinson.
Allen Robinson
is like the third best receiver on that team right
He'll
now.
be the starter guy because he's an outside guy. The other guy's gonna be the slot.
But I'm just saying, it's
They have
insane.
who? Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson.
They signed somebody else too. I think.
Yeah, They send another good receiver. Maybe the guy from.
Have you seen the Bears' schedule for next year?
No, they
came out today,
schedule.
If the Bears were playing if the Bears teams that they're playing are anything like the teams last year, they may win 4 games.
Okay. Go with the under on the Vegas stuff.
Let's see what their schedule looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
The 49ers week 1.
Well, I had one more. It wasn't an A or EA, but what's your biggest pet peeve? Do you have a pet peeve? That's something that just
To choose just one, huh?
Yeah, well, just one thing that when it just eats you up. Like it just you try not to let it. Like you have to literally tell yourself, don't kill somebody, don't kill somebody, don't kill
True
somebody.
with your mouth open.
Is that something? Is there
No. No, it literally annoys the shit out of me. It's one big pet peeve of mine. I try not to do it. Pepsi does it every once in a while.
Pepsi chews like a freaking snoring. I try not to snore. I don't know if I do a good job. That kind of kills me. That's not my biggest.
I mean,
pet
that's
peeve.
not something you really can't really do.
Yeah,
You
there's
can't
nothing you can
choose
do with that. Yeah.
You can slap the person next to you and got it.
Yeah.
Guys want to go to the October 13th game, the Bears versus the Washington Commanders on Monday Night Football.
I'm in.
What day is that?
October 13th.
I'm in.
Not possible.
I'm all in.
Not possible.
Give me.
Pat, do you have a pet peeve?
How about 2 weeks from then when we go on Monday night when the Bears play the Patriots in Foxborough on Monday Night Football?
Nice. How many primetime games they had? The over under was 2.5.
It's over. 3 because they played the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night.
That's a loss.
They played the Commanders on Monday night.
Probably
2 weeks later, they play the Patriots on Monday
That's
night.
a loss.
And that's their last one.
Pat, do you have a pet peeve? As we try to wrap this up.
I mean, it's hard to choose just one.
Come on, Pat, you got one.
I guess it would depend on the context of situations.
One thing that would, if it just happens, annoys the crap out of you.
I got nothing. That's top of my head. Sorry.
Crap, what is it called? Irony. When people complain about things that they do is like my biggest pet peeve. Like, I just want to be like, do you not see it? Like, that's you, like, big picture. This is
You complain about people complaining is my picture.
So you're saying you complain when people like get angry when they lose bets. That would be like an irony.
Yes, exactly. like somebody who freaks out. Like if like
pot calling kettle black type of deal.
exactly. Oh, it's just
Pet peeve is when you're losing in the stock market and you punch your desk all day long.
yes. Or yeah, you almost killed Chris. All right, so let's lighten it up here a little bit. You guys are a little down and about. I got some great this week's got some good stuff. I don't know if you saw this article. First feel good story. Unfortunately, a guy and a pilot were flying a plane, of course.
Oh, I saw this one.
And the pilot, was convulsing, and like I don't know what
passed
happened.
out or something, right?
Yes, I don't know what happened to him. Guy's never flown a plane.
This is a
in
little
his
plane,
life.
by the way. It's not like
Yeah.
a 747.
Yeah,
No, I
Little plane in
kind
his life.
of got that.
And they directed this guy to a perfect landing.
Nice.
They told him,
What
"Calm
was-
down. We're gonna get you through this."
Did you listen to the guy was remarkably calm.
Oh yeah.
This guy talking to the air traffic controller, you think
Yeah.
that he's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, what the fuck is going on here? I am gonna die. I have no idea how to fly a plane.
Dude, I thought about how much of a pansy I am. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, I got woken up by a fire alarm that was saying, "Fire! Fire! Fire!" I was like, I'm gonna die!
Bye!
Terrified.
Peter's jumping off the balconies. It's a false alarm. It's a false alarm.
The gut reaction was like, what? Like, I was like, this is the most adult thing I've had to do.
Here's like, there's 2 energy drinks in the refrigerator. I'm grabbing them and I'm going.
Doors open. I don't have any pants on. I'm out. I'm running down tickets. Help! Help!
You're on your own.
And I'm thinking like, and then I was like, okay, so it's probably something with the battery. And I'm laying in bed. I'm like, I gotta be the biggest pansy in the world. Like, it freaked me out so much. Like, it was like, oh my god, it just shook me straight out. It was crazy. But this man, remarkably calm, took it in strides. No experience flying a plane.
Ridiculously calm.
Flew a perfect landing.
What a badass.
This guy needs to, like, him and Captain Sully need to be like friends.
That's your S&P podcast, Badass of the Week.
Yes, hell yeah. Seriously, we should.
No objections on that one.
This one makes me so excited. Memory loss was reversed in mice using a brain liquid from younger peers in groundbreaking study. My biggest fear is...
Oh, we're going to steal Pepsi's brain mass.
That sounds like the plot for Deep Blue Sea.
Oh yeah, with the
sharks.
sharks.
They took the shark's brain out and reverse Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Are the mice gonna rile up and kill us?
No, I hope not. But this actually makes my biggest fear is memory loss, like Alzheimer's.
Why you won't remember it?
That's true.
It doesn't affect you; it affects the people around you.
But you want to go life like that.
You can meet new people every day.
That's a good call, Pat. I'll give you that one.
I feel like I'm watching the movie Waiting. Like,
okay. I knew Chris knew that.
I got dementia. It's a good thing and a bad thing. He's like, why is it a bad thing? Well, I flick off. Sometimes I flick off a 6-year-old and I don't remember. And why is it a good thing? Because I can get away with flicking off a 6-year-old.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen 50 First Dates, but that's kind of how I figured my life would be towards the end. We just be like,
by the time you get to 40?
Yep.
You're just hoping that you get memory loss every day?
Oh, here's one for you, Chris. Major hurdle in reversing deafness. Discovering gene responsible for crucial cells.
I really like the fact that I'm deaf in my right ear.
I really thought we were going with the Eurovision thing there, I'm not going to lie.
That is kind of interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys you've had actually, like that painful when they've had to cut or biopsy a mole on you, and then they test it for skin cancer. Mm-hmm. They've got a handheld device that painlessly identifies skin cancer without that.
I don't remember any. I did numb me before it did it. I don't remember.
Oh no, I didn't get a numb. I came up with it.
Well, it was a rather large one.
Yeah, Pat had the really big one.
I had that one too. It's not that small.
Pat's was huge.
Let's see what.
I mean, the scars still there.
Yeah, that's not that much smaller.
I don't know. I mean,
you're a pansy.
I mean, they numb me, and I can feel. I remember feeling the blood going like to other parts of my arm because like they only numb like around it. Yeah. And I'm like, I thought that was kind of weird.
This also comes from the guy who dislocated his pinky, and the nurse is like, "Do you want us to numb it, or are you gonna be a real man?" And just let me pop it back into place. He's like, "I'll be a real man," and then I said, "You okay? Get the fuck out of the room right now."
I'd be like, "Numb it, please." Yeah. I would have been like, "Numb it." Think I'm a pansy.
Yeah, that's beer. She probably is like, "Do you want me to numb it? You're gonna be a real man and take it, and let me just cut it off." He's like, "I'm a real man.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy pants."
Listen, sometimes you gotta step up and just be manning up. All right. I'm trying to find one.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
At 6 years later, you're still complaining about it.
I never. You
still hot. Still hot.
I feel like Peter's like Steve Carell in the 40-year version when they're whipping the wax out of his.
Why are you laughing?
Why is she laughing? Why are you? Kelly Clarkson! That's the best line of that. I feel like that's the most missed line in that movie. Like, Kelly Clarkson. You know that was all ad-libbed?
Yeah, because they did it for real on him.
Yeah.
The nipple. Hold my hand.
Hold my fucking... Why? Just hold my fucking hand, man!
You look like a man-o'-lantern.
This is kind of funny.
This is not a great look on me, guys!
You look like a jack-o'-lantern.
Man-o'-lantern.
A man-o'-lantern, yeah. And then he walks down the street and he's got blood everywhere.
Nipples are bleeding.
This is actually kind of funny. I wonder if people still feel this way. More than half of Americans think they handle their finances better than their parents. I know for a fact we do.
Yeah.
But I wonder if people now, with how the markets have gone, do they feel the same way?
My parents are okay, but probably yeah. Well, I think we're also probably in a better position than our parents were.
Why do you think that?
Well, we don't have kids right now. That would be one reason.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we're also in a
100% right. My parents probably did not have.
But they also do. My parents didn't have student debt on them.
Yeah.
I also think we have a better understanding of retirement, where like people like our parents' age were banking and probably still are banking on Social Security.
Yeah.
Where we're like, you can't bank on it.
But also, like, their house was going to be paid off, and
everything was a little bit. Obviously,
there are pros and cons to their situation compared to ours.
Yeah.
But I would say that probably a lot. I mean, based on some of this we say, I would say no, they're probably not.
No, I don't think so either. I think a lot of. I know
how many people don't save for retirement at all right now, so they're not doing anything different than our parents did.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
I know how many people we told. Hey, start saving for retirement. You want a tax saving advice? Free from DLM Tax, who proudly sponsors this wonderful Saturday Night Pregame podcast and its favorite game.
Who's rethinking that sponsorship?
This free tax advice is save more to retirement. Do it now.
I mean, if you're not, whatever your company matches, if you're not putting that minimum in to get that full match, like you're throwing money away.
We were having the conversation the other day where like you said something about like having like 12 or like or we were at yesterday with Peter watching Married at First Sight, and the one girl's brother-in-law or brother was like, she wants to have 12 kids. If you had the discussion, it's like 12 kids. I would have been right out the door.
Was she related to Sarah?
I was like, it was nice to meet you. I'm out the door, and Peter's like, what do you mean? You could have 12 kids. I'm like, you ain't saving anything for retirement, right? He's like, yeah, pretty much. You're right. Yeah,
You're not saving anything for anything.
Yeah.
Anything, yeah.
Your money's going.
I was
to
like,
your
you're
kids.
gonna be. I told Peter, I'm like, you're gonna be working to your 100. He's like, no, you won't be working to your 100. I'm like, you ain't saving anything to retirement. He's like, yeah, you're pretty much right. Yeah,
You're gonna be eating McDonald's. You better hope one of your kids becomes a genius.
Yeah,
Or an NFL superstar.
you're banging on something.
Or a college superstar now because you're going to make that money with the NIL, baby. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on another wonderful Saturday Night Pregame podcast. Enjoyed this wonderful weather we got. Hey, do not interrupt the ending here, you son of a... Oh, Chris. We'll take care of that in a minute.
Yeah. Joe, you got anything else? Anything you'd like to add to this podcast? No. Bye.